Hello everyone and welcome back. Day 14, which means that we are 2/3 the way there. I'm just hoping there's no extension to this thing. Anyways, I wanna start by reading something to you. It's a message that I got on Facebook, and I'm getting a lot of messages like this, and I really appreciate it that there's so many people that are benefiting from this. But this one, I'm reading it to you for two reasons. One is because I'm really touched by it, and the other is it highlights a point that I keep emphasizing about technology going forward. So this is from Reese in Cape Town. He says, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for this amazing idea of giving your time and knowledge. I've been wanting to learn coding for a while. I'm a project manager, but not a technical one, yet I am always in the technical space. I'm trying to upskill myself on development and design, but I've learned that most techies can teach, but only few know how to do. I'm finding this course extremely easy to follow and understand. Thank you. Wow, 3 times thank you. Thanks a lot, Reese, for these beautiful words. But I think coming to the part about technology, Reese is a project manager, not in the technical space, but he can see that technology is playing a bigger role in his life going forward. And I think no matter what your space is, no matter what your current profession is, you're gonna be a technology person alongside what you do. Technology is always going to be almost like this unspoken of natural addition to any career going forward. And if you are one of those that are not technology savvy, you're gonna be replaced by those that actually are. Now, Reese, I also appreciate what you're saying about teaching versus doing. I assure you, I've been doing this for a long time. Since I'm 10 years old, when my dad bought me my first computer, a Commodore 128, which I still own. There's it sitting on the top shelf there. And also I own an app development company called Xender, where we develop apps, and I'm personally involved in the development process myself. So everything that I put into my courses comes from the experiences and, more importantly, the pains that I felt while developing. Okay, so without any more delays, let's get down to it. Okay, so today we're going to add the footer section of our app, and we are going to style it. All right, currently our app has the header but not the footer. So we go back into our code, back to index.html, and then I'm going to leave a couple of lines, and I'm going to add a new div section, and we're going to give it a class name equals footer. Now, please remember these double quotes. If you don't put the double quotes, your code will not work. Close angle bracket, and you've got your close div tag. Now, inside there, I'm going to put in a paragraph. And I'm going to put in this copyright message. Now, the first thing there is this copyright symbol, and then followed by all rights reserved, the pipe symbol, and designed by my name. Okay, so how do we get that copyright symbol? Now watch what I'm doing. You need to put in a special code for that. You put in N, which is the ampersand. It's Shift and 7 on your keyboard. Copy and semicolon. Well, you can see brackets is already suggesting it to me, but I can just type in the semicolon, and this little code is now going to add that copyright symbol for me. Leave a space, all rights reserved, and then the pipe. You'll find this somewhere on your keyboard. On my keyboard, it's just above the backslash. So Shift and backslash gives me the pipe. Designed by, and you can put your name there. Make yourself famous. All right, let's save this and check it out in the browser. Back in the browser, refresh. And there we have it. So we've got the makings of our footer already there. We've got the div and we've got the paragraph. Next thing we need to do is to style it so it looks beautiful like this. Let's get down to it. So let's go back to our style sheet. Now in the style sheet, we're going to add a new selector. Let's hit enter a few lines there, and we'll call it dot footer. I think you guessed that already. Okay, so what kind of styles are we going to give this guy? So basically, we give it a height of 130 pixels, and obviously we set the text align to center. Now notice the spelling of the word center. This is the American spelling. It's not the British spelling. The British spelling is CENTRE, and the American is CENTER. Okay, next, give it a background color. And the color we're going with here is hash 0288D1. It can be uppercase or lowercase d, doesn't make a difference. And then we give it a padding top of 55 pixels. All right, let's go and have a look. Back in the browser, refresh. There we go, looking good. But that color, that text color definitely needs some work there. All right, so you know what we're going to do next. We're going to put a selector for the footer paragraph. So footer P, and firstly we set its size to, let's call it 12 pixels. Letter spacing, as we did before, 0.1 EM. Don't forget the symbol like I did yesterday. Text transform, uppercase. Now what is this? I think this is quite self-explanatory. No matter what the case of the text you type in, it's always going to be uppercase. So although we've already typed our text into uppercase, but this is for that just in case scenario. And finally, the color, hash FFF. What color is that? Can you guess? Of course, it's white. Save this, head back, refresh. There we go. Looking so much better, but there seems to be something wrong with that styling. It looks fine. It's just the font that's slightly different. Let's fix that up next. Now the font we're going to use is a universal font, meaning we want a font that will apply not just in the header or the footer, but across the entire page. So when you want to do something that's universal, when you want to add a style that's universal, you go there to the body tag, because the body basically is a catch-all. It's the universal styling. So what I want to do is I'm going to change the font from Helvetica to something that I really like. It's called Railway. Now if this font doesn't work on your computer, it simply means you don't have this font installed. But if you really want the font and you don't have it, it's a free font, freely available. Go search it, download it, and install it. All right, so we got our footer all set, and with that we are out of time. We'll stop here for today and carry on in the next lesson. Awesome.